news came in that Abahlali baseMjondolo will be lending their vote to the EFF, also known as the Economic Freedom Fighters, for the 2024 national elections. They have several reasons for this move. However, the two that stands out the most is one, the land issue that a lot of South Africans are facing, because a lot of us in South Africa are landless and we end up just being segregated together and living together in very close proximity in shacks. The second one is the efforts to unseat the ANC government effectively. My name is Zoe and this is Frank Conversations. The movement Abahlali baseMjondolo has about 120,000 members in total. However, they have allies such as civil societies, NGOs, social community-based movements, environmentalists, workers they work with, and they have engaged in talks with these people or these societies or groups or movements to follow suit with what the movement has decided. And it looks like a lot of them have agreed to follow suit with what Abahlali baseMjondolo have decided to do, which is lend their vote for the 2024 elections to the EFF. In the name itself, Abahlali baseMjondolo, we can actually deduce that the movement was formed because of the poor and marginalized landless citizens of South Africa, who also just want to self-actualize and live in decent housing in their own country without being subjected to corruption and abnormality of the way the state is set up. According to Thapelo Mahapi from Abahlali baseMjondolo, the ANC has been involved or engaged in assassinating about 14 of their leaders and unaliving others in different other ways. Because they are in legislature, judicial and in executives, no one can really do anything about these assassinations or unaliving of innocent people. We can't even trust the judges and the national prosecuting authorities at the state the country is in right now. We all know or have heard of investigators that have been assassinated or have disappeared because they were investigating mayors, members of parliament, and other high-profile officials of the state. And nothing has ever come out of those cases. If anything, they have been moved or hidden from the public eye. What is also interesting about this move from Abahlali baseMjondolo is that in the previous elections, the movement had lent its vote to the Democratic Alliance, which is the DA. This move made it possible for the DA to be the official opposition in KZN, which now begs the question, what will be of the DA this year in the province of KZN? Because some of those numbers they had will be moving to the left. Furthermore, we know the EFF is already making serious strides in KZN, which is one of the provinces that has the highest voters or registered voters in the country, with 5,733,135 registered voters, right? But they've been also making strides in South Africa as well. They are one of the political parties that you can see everywhere. They're on radio stations, on TV, podcasts, they're everywhere, really. So they're putting in the work, right? I'm saying this to say this. It is time. It's time for South Africa to understand what their vote actually means and what it stands for. And that voting because you are loyal to a particular political party has to end at some point, because now it's not even about loyalty, it's about the state or the current state of where South Africa is, and we need to change it. We will never see different if we don't act different, if we don't make different voting decisions. So it's movements such as Abahlali baseMjondolo that should motivate us South Africans to not be afraid of what we don't know, we need to take the risk, take the chance, and see what comes of it. If it's worse than this, you have the next 5 years to make a different decision or different choice, which is what democracy is about. And 2024 elections should be the most interesting elections, and we hope for the best for our country, South Africa.